ஆத்தியா வந்துட்டேன் பாருங்க. ஜஸ்ட் நோ யூ கம். வந்துட்டேன் பாருங்க. வந்துட்டாங்க, 2 பேரும் வந்துட்டாங்க.
Hi! Welcome to the 8 days, 8 storytelling sessions by Kathalia. Thank you all very much for your support, because without you, we wouldn't have been able to do this at all. We've been following your comments, and thank you very much for the same. You know, I have to thank all the storytellers who have put in a lot of effort to make this a kind of successful program, I can say. So today we are on the 5th day, isn't it? I also have to thank Aditya for coordinating all this for us. Thank you, Aditya. Okay, so on the 5th day, what are we going to do, right? Yes, I know you're waiting for the story. And before I begin, I have to say hi to all those who are passing the comments. Though I can't follow all of it, otherwise I'll get lost in the story. So I will begin my story. Yes? Yes? Am I audible? Am I audible? Can you all hear me? Very good. Very good. So, yay! It's story time now. In the beginning, dark, nothing, not a sound, absolutely nothing. And from that nothing, you all know, everything happened. Many people say it's not true, but we don't know what happened in the beginning. Who has proof of anything anyways? So in the beginning of time, before the Kal, some say there was music. Some of them said there was movement. Some say there were silent clouds that just came along. Some of them say maybe there was a explosion, but we don't know. But out of that silent explosion, we had some powerful people coming. And one was, as you all know, the bright sun. And of course, the sun satellite is the moon. And then from there came the planets. And Saturn already was a very egoistic planet, you know. So he started, I'm the most powerful. He didn't want to go near the sun, but then he had to go. And so did Jupiter. And Jupiter was busy with his wife, so he was coming along. And he was too busy. And also Mercury. And you know all the planets. I don't have to name all that. It's not a science lesson, right? So Mercury, Pluto, and many planets came. And then, of course, there was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Venus. And Venus said, I want to stay close to the sun. And the sun also liked her very much. So you see, Venus came closest to the sun. And then out of all this, people say elements came about. There was the powerful fire. And then there was water. And there was winds. And all the elements were trying to find an entry, and they went into the most friendly planet. And she was dancing as she came into her orbit. And this was our Earth. And all the elements got inside that Earth. Now they had their problems because they had the hierarchies. And of course, there was the fire who said, I am the most powerful. And so, fire, he just wind, and he doused everything. After a while, the water chased that fire. And then it was filled with the oceans. And then, of course, there was the wind. And all this was happening. The earth moved, shifted. And they say there were 7 continents. Now, while all this was happening, it was not without our Creator, who was sitting deep in meditation. Na punyam na papam, na saukyam na dukkham, na mantro na tirtam, na veda na yajna, aham bhojanam neva bhojam na bhokta, chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. And as he was meditating and all these things were happening, he was quite happy. And he slowly felt that the most powerful planet was the earth. And he had a special fondness for the earth. She was so accepting of everything. And then he looked from above. And as he looked into the earth, he said, when I think of vastness, there is the oceans. When I think of movement, there's the wind and the waves that lash against the mountains. And he loved everything. And he saw and he felt a lot of peace. And now he wanted to create something else. So when he thought of peace, he created the forests, green everywhere. And when he saw the carpet, and it had some flowers. And now he thought of temples and saints. And now he said, oh, I'll have the trees. You see, even today, trees are not in competition with each other. They coexist. And so he filled the forest with trees. And then he heard sa 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 ri ga, sa 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 ri ga, sa ri ga ma pa, pa pa ma ma pa da, ma ma pa da ni da ni sa. Ah, he wanted music. So he heard meow, meow, meow. And he heard meow, meow, coo, coo. And he saw that he had created the beautiful birds. All the birds were so lovely. They had lovely music. And they entertained our Creator. But then, they didn't have any colors. And so, now the Creator said, let me have some fun. Let me give them some colors. And so you know what he did? He put on his magician's hat. He put on his cloak. Yep. And now he got his wand. And he said, yes, Salikabula, Mentikabula, I'm going to have a fun now. And he picked a lot of the leaves and the flowers that had faded, made his own paints. And he got his paint box. And now he was in such a good mood, he asked all the birds to come in a row. And so he could give them the paints. Daddy, 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 doni, dani, daddy, 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 day. Hey, daddy, 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 doni, dani, daddy, 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 day. Hey, daddy, 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 doni, dani, daddy, 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 doni, da, daddy, 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 doni, dani, daddy, 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 day. Hey, come on, you birds, come. And there came our crow. And the first paint God was, you know what he asked? Very strangely, he said, I want a black. So, there you got the black paint. And the crow has always been grateful to the Creator. He thanked and he left. Who came next? You can guess.
Me too, me too, me too, me too. I also want the color, I also want the color, I want the color. And this was the parrot.
And the parrot got a beautiful green with a red beak. And now he also thanked. And then came our mighty eagle. And the eagle got a beautiful brown color. And he said, I want to fly high. Of course, he soared so high. And he was the pet of Vishnu and Narayan. And of course, then came the wise one, which was an owl. And the owl got a beautiful grey with a white, lovely wisdom beard. And the owl was so grateful to the Creator. He said, I'll always be helpful to you. I'll guard the earth you have created. Yes. And he left. Now there was one bird. And that bird thought, oh, it's going to take a long time before the Creator is going to come and give me colors. So many standing in line. So he went to see those temples. What are those temples? You remember? The trees. He sat on each tree. And then he heard the songs. Sa 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 riga, sa 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 riga, sa riga riga ma ga ma pa, pa pa sa pa sa pa sa pa sa. He went from one tree to another tree, and then he heard the mountains singing. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Beautiful, he thought. And he watched the sun like now as it was setting. The golden sun becoming like an orange, a little orange fruit touching that waters of the sea. And the sea just grabbing that little orange fruit, the sun that was fading in the distance. And as the bird watched, he was filled with happiness. And now he watched and he said, oh my God, I forgot my colors. And he went running back, not running, but and he heard shh, 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 shh. Oh, there was no daddy, 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 dodi, daddy, 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 daddy. All the music had stopped, you see, and the hat had been removed, and the Creator was busy washing his brush. And that's when the bird came and said,
Oh, I didn't get any colors.
oh, don't worry, said the Creator. He dipped his brush and he gave 5 colors to a bird. And this bird is now called the Pancharangi, which means the bird with 5 colors, who became the favorite of the Creator. You like me? Hi, all of you who are watching the show. I love to be on the show. Okay, now you can go, okay? All right, so all the birds got their colors. Now, remember, this was almost the end of a lovely era. But he also created
Gero, quack, quack, quack.
the frog. He created the lion, the dinosaur. He also created the dragons who breathed fire at that time. He also created
The caterpillar, roly, poly, caterpillar, roly.
So he took care of the little things. He created a lot of things. He also had flowers who formed a carpet. Everything was wonderful, beautiful. And he said, now it's time for me to rest. But before that, let me create the two-legged creatures who have an intellect, probably the sixth sense. So he created man. Of course, when you say man, it's also the woman. He created that man and went back into meditation. Now, when he went back into meditation, the man started going along on the earth. For in the beginning, he loved, he admired, he just killed the animals which he wanted to eat. And sometimes he created fire. He settled after a long time, and around the fire he exchanged stories. And then he also told the story of the elephant. And he rode on the elephant's back. He felt triumphant. Now, as he rode on the back of the elephant, he saw other lands. He saw other people. The desires began to grow within. And he slowly began to invade, to conquer, and to want a little more for himself. He became tribes, and in each continent, people wanted to compete with each other. They built their kingdoms, they built palaces. Then they had wars, and they had destruction, and there was chaos. And you know what happened? Oh, there was bloodshed, but then people went back, and the wars happened. Everything was terrible because a man's desire began to grow and grow and grow. And well, after all this, he came to a new revolution of cell phones, the mobiles, the computers, as we all know. And now he could get everything at the click. So he clicked and he grabbed. He clicked and he grabbed and he clicked and he grabbed, and he knew what he wanted. He wanted more, he wanted more, he wanted more and more and more. All he wanted was more and more and more and more. He was competitive. He had everything, but he wanted more. He had everything, but he wanted more. He ate and ate and ate and ate like a Bagasura. He ate and ate, but still he wanted more and more and more and more. The only mantra he knew was more and more. And now, the little ones who came out,
I want some more, I want some more, I want some more, I want.
All over, in all the continents, it was the same thing. The Creator didn't know what was happening because he was in meditation. He forgot. He trusted man. And at this time, all the atoms, all the rivers, the oceans, they went dark and grey. They got polluted. The fish died. And everything was destroyed. Man cut the trees. And he made furniture. He made highways. He did metros. He built and built and built and built. He had a tower of clothes, but he wanted more and more. And soon he was destroying the environment. And it was at this time that all the atoms got together. January 2020, the atoms said, let's have a meeting. Let's meet. Something is not going beyond our control. They rose up. They went to the universe, to the beautiful canopy of the night sky. They all met and said, let's get together and teach the world a lesson, maybe, or let's play a game. So they all got together. They became almost like an octopus with 8 legs, but now they had 7 legs for the 7 continents, and now they became a monster, a dragon. The first breath of this young dragon, he breathed and he did, And the first word that came was freeze. F-R-E-E-Z-E. People were all in their houses, and you know, some of them were eating their... They stopped. They froze. Some of them were laughing. Some of them were talking. The children were asking. Children were playing. Statues everywhere. Frozen. Nothing moved. There's an old song in Tamil. Na nasaindal asayum agilamallame. So the same way, when he said freeze, everything froze. The roads were empty. Man couldn't move. He was stuck. But you know, after a while, he heard his heartbeat. 2 weeks passed and he heard his heartbeat. Some of them were still like stone. Some began to melt. Some watched the clouds moving. Some heard, that's the Pancharangi. The birds, they flew, looking at man from the corner of their eyes and saying, Man suddenly stopped in his tracks. Vehicles didn't move, and the dragon, he went through the roads, he stretched his hands, he grabbed what he wanted, and he was a free man. And now, slowly, we all know what's happening. And the birds and the animals were worried for man. Can you believe that? We don't care for them, but they do care. And so, suddenly there was a jolt in the skies. And the Creator woke, opened his eyes, saw the oceans, saw the trees, was troubled. And he saw the dragon swallowing everything, breathing the virus. And now, so you see, there was the wise owl that came. And the Creator was frozen too. He couldn't think because he didn't know what was happening himself. And now, wake up, wake up, wake up, he told the Creator. And the Creator said, I can't think. I have to think of a solution. But I can't. Yeah, that's what, sir. Only you can do it. Only you can do it. Should I use Google? Should I use WhatsApp? What? Just use your intellect. Yeah, but how do I use it? Okay, let me ask you a simple question. Maybe it'll get your brains going. Yeah, ask me. Tell me, why is the fire engine red? What? What an atrocious question. Just answer me. Okay. Now, he didn't know the answer because even God was frozen. And now the owl said, you know what? Because the fire engine has 8 doors and 8 windows. No, 2 doors and 8 windows. Yeah, maybe 8 windows, yes. And 8 windows, each one is 12 inches. 12 inches reminds you of 12 inches remind you of a foot. A foot reminds you of a ruler. A ruler reminds you of Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth is the name of the ship. The ship sails on the sea. The sea has fish. The fish has fins. Fins means Finland. Finland is a communist country. The flag of the communist country is red, and so the fire engine is red. What? That's nonsense. Sir, coming from you? No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But that's so illogical. I know. But now I'm just triggering your brain cells. Yeah, I've begun to think. I'll ask why, what, where, and how do I find a solution? And in the meanwhile, sir, I'll occupy the dragon because he also loves games. And so the owl went to the dragon and he asked the dragon, let's play a game. And the dragon was ready to play a game. And you know what? He asked him 3 questions. Tell me, dragon, what is the swiftest? What is the richest? And what is the sweetest thing in the world? Huh? Ah, blah, 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 blah. See, you said we play a game, right? Yes, said the dragon. So, first I'll ask you a question and then you can ask me a question. Right. So now the dragon is thinking of the questions because he has frozen himself. Now he cannot move, you see. And he is busy thinking. And also the creator is thinking of a solution. But in the meanwhile, our creator suddenly said, oh my God, I have a little bag. I'll pass on to the people before they find their solutions to this coronavirus. And he sent that bag. And that bag had 6 words. And those 6 words are what I want all of you to think about. It was hope, belief, truth, love, kindness, and sharing. So, think about these 6 words. Think about it. And you know what you need now? Change. Change is the mantra we need. Let's not go back to our old ways. Let's think of these 6 words. And while the dragon is occupied and our creator is occupied, I have the answer for these 3 questions. I know you know the answers, but let me give you the answers which the owl had in mind. What is the richest thing in the world? The earth. Isn't she so compassionate? Isn't she rich? What is the swiftest thing in the world? Woo, you can hear the wind now. It is the thought. Thought is the swiftest thing. And what is the sweetest thing in this world? Sleep. Don't we all love a good sleep? And how far we have gone away from these simple things. Think about it. And so now, these are the words that I want to leave with you behind. The dragon is arrested. You know what? If you start feeling love in your hearts, you will soon drive this dragon away. And the owl will keep him occupied anyway. Alright? So let's start changing ourselves. Let's be kind. Let's be compassionate. I know I got so involved in the story myself because even I have to change. Who am I to advise you when I am also a little greedy, jealous, envious, competitive all the time? You're the best storyteller. No, she told the story better than you. No, I don't want that. They're all sharing stories with you. And I hope that you will continue to listen to stories for the next 2 days. And the next 3 days, that's right. The next 3 days. So tomorrow, we have a wonderful, absolutely wonderful storyteller. She has a new style of presenting the story and her name is Rasika. So don't miss the same time at 5:30. And again, we have Anaga and we have Yusuf from UK who will present the story on the last day, which is a Saturday. I'm so happy to be a part of Kathaliya's 8 days, 8 storytelling session. And how can I not say namaste to all of you who have been following us, who have been supporting us for the past 24 years. Thank you all. Daddy, 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 doni, daddy, 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 day. Daddy, 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 doni, daddy, 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 day. Daddy, 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 doni, daddy, 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 doni, daddy, 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 doni, daddy, 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 day. Hey! Thank you.